Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I wanted to review for you guys this drugstore creamy powder foundation, and it's by L'Oreal. It's the L'Oreal Age Perfect Creamy Powder Foundation. I got mine in the shade 300 Ivory, and I wanted to see how this goes on more mature skin and also dry skin, as I have normal to dry skin. I have the Age Perfect Serum Foundation and I absolutely love it. I don't own any powder foundations because I'm afraid they're too drying, but I wanted to try this. So that's what we're gonna do in today's video. So if you're new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe down below. It would mean so much to me. Now let's get started. Okay, so if you're wondering what I'm wearing on my eyes, I'm gonna let you know at the end of the video so I don't bore you in case you are here for the foundation review. So this I picked up from the drugstore. It was from $19.99 on sale to $14.99. This is again in Canadian. This is what the product looks like. Then when you open it up, we have the powder foundation right here, and then another spot we have the mirror and a sponge that it comes with. Now this is a foundation that smooths and blurs your imperfections. It's visibly minimizes imperfections, it evens the skin tone, and it's creamy and silky. It's a hydrating matte finish foundation, so it's supposed to be a matte finish. So if you like more glowiness, maybe this is not for you, but we're gonna try it out and see. I'm very skeptical about this because I have dry skin. I don't like to see cakiness, I don't like to see matte or dryness on the face, but this is infused with gentle non-drying minerals. The Age Perfect Hydrating Powder Foundation is formulated with gentle minerals and antioxidants that instantly blurs the look of lines, wrinkles, and imperfections, and also pores and spots without drying the skin. It's cashmere soft texture. It leaves a natural and shine-free finish, and it's available in 8 creamy shades. I got mine in 300 Ivory. Now let's open it up and feel it. So I'm just gonna feel it and see. It feels like they say very cashmere-like, silky. It looks powdery. So I wonder how this is going to perform on the face. I'm a little bit worried, but we're gonna try it because I wanna try it for you guys to see if this is really worth buying if you have dry skin. I have a little bit of texture right here, so we're gonna see how it performs over this part right here. So I'm gonna go in with the Age Perfect Blurring Face Primer by L'Oreal, and let's apply this to the center of the face here. I'm pretty excited. I don't have another powder foundation. I don't necessarily buy those because I'm afraid of the texture drying up the face. Now I'm gonna go into the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I like to apply this underneath my eye area, cheeks a little bit, forehead, and chin. I'm gonna use a brush. So let's see. I like to always apply this most of the time under my foundations, especially if the foundation is more matte. This helps with hydration. Ooh, we forgot to turn the lamp on behind us. Let's turn it on. Should we leave it blue? Let's go more with lighter color here. Okay, there you go. The light is on. Now it's much nicer. This has sunken into the skin, and now let's try out this foundation. So I'm gonna go in. I normally don't use this sponges that it comes with, but I'm gonna try it on one side and see. It says to start from the middle of the face and drag it outwards. I'm gonna use this one that it came with, which is dry, and then I'll see if I use either the brush or a dampened sponge. We'll see. Now let me try. So I'm gonna give it a big swipe. This is how much it picked up, and let's see. I'm scared. Okay, so you can go back into the product and dip back in. So you keep going in, kind of like a powder. So I'm gonna do half of the face so you guys can see. I think the shade matches nice. So again, this is my first impression. I'll make sure to pin a comment or leave it in the comments down below, like in the description down below, and let you know how, if I've noticed anything out of the ordinary, any dryness, any lifting. I'll make sure to pin it down below. But again, this is first impressions. Let me get my mirror. Ooh, okay. Okay, so here we are up close. You can see the difference. This has the L'Oreal powder foundation, and this side is just the primers. Now you can see that it automatically took away any of the shines, oils, any of the glossiness of the primer, and it did cover up everything. Like, it blurred the face. It looks very pretty. It doesn't look drying, especially on the nose, not at all. That's what I first noticed, a foundation looking drying. And it looks like it provides a light to medium coverage to the face, and it looks very blurring. Like, it blurred the pores, any of the lines. It doesn't feel drying or heavy on the face, so it seems very nice. Now let me try to see if I can use a brush and see how this looks. It looks, yeah, it looks like it works with a brush as well. So I'm just dipping into it. You can see. I like to apply my foundations with brushes. So I wanted to make sure that this works with a brush. It's interesting because it's a powder. I would have not thought that a brush would work. Okay, and again, this is a powder foundation, and I'm gonna test it with some cream products, cream bronzer and cream blush, to see if they work together, because usually powders and creams, they don't really work together. So I'm gonna test it with cream products because I like to use cream products. So what's the point in using this foundation if cream products don't work? But it applied beautifully with both products. Now let's intensify this area, and you can see it covered the imperfections and it did not dry them. I don't see any dry patches around them. Now this foundation is geared towards more mature skin, but I don't see anything wrong using it if you do have very young skin. So I think that this foundation would work for anyone, including dry skin, oily skin, mature skin, or young skin. So I think it looks really nice. You know, I never thought that it would turn out to look this way. Now let's go ahead and use a concealer. And I'm gonna use my favorite Kosas Concealer in the shade 2. And let's see, adding a concealer, what it will do to this powdered foundation, because this is the order I normally apply my stuff. So I'm gonna use my Rare Beauty concealer brush. This is going to be tricky because I already have my eye makeup on. Now this concealer is very hydrating, so we'll add a little bit more hydration under the eye. Ooh, looks very pretty. Look at that. It worked. It worked so good. Look at the under eye area. Looks very hydrating. Ooh, I'm gonna give you my final thoughts at the end, but what do you guys think? I think it looks beautiful. Now here's the test. I'm gonna keep you in close so you can see the complexion. Let's add a little bit of cream bronzer, and we're gonna go with one of my favorites. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the cream bronzer in the shade Sunkissed, and it's so beautiful. Look at that color. Ooh, and let's use my Patrick Ta contour bronzer brush. Perfect. Now let's see how this product works with cream products on top of it. Wow, flawless. Wow, look at this. These are cream products that I'm putting on the face on top of a powdered foundation. So the bronzer worked. Let's move right along to a blush. So we're gonna use the Tower 28 cream blush, and this is in the shade Power Hour, and this is a beautiful rustic looking blush. So I think for this one, yeah, let's use the Kohl Beauty brush, and let's try. Again, this blush is very pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. So what I'm noticing that applying this cream products on top of the powder foundation is not lifting up at all the foundation underneath, and it's not moving it from what I see right now. So whatever I have on my brush, I'm just gonna bring it over like this. Now keep in mind that I did not powder my under eye area after I applied the concealer, because I want to see how this foundation connects with the concealer. So here is the blush. Now let's go into a highlighter, and this is a drugstore highlighter. This is the Catrice Supreme Rose Beam highlighter in the shade 020. I'm gonna use a Moda Pro Glow brush. I think that this is so pretty. This looks stunning, beautiful, flawless, flawless. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply a lip liner. I'm gonna use the Morphe lip liner in the shade Honeymoon. And I think that's it for the lips. I'm gonna just leave it with a lip liner. So here's the foundation. Look how beautiful it looks. If you have mature skin, if you have young skin, if you have dry skin, normal skin, oily skin, combo skin, this foundation is for you. I am loving it, and it's affordable, $14.99 Canadian from the drugstore. The L'Oreal Age Perfect Creamy Powder Foundation. Mine is in the shade 300 Ivory. Perfect match. I am loving it, and I'm loving it because you can apply it with a dry powder sponge that it comes with the actual container. You can apply it with an actual dry brush, and I'm sure you can apply it with your dampened beauty sponge. I don't see a problem with that. I have not tried with a dampened beauty sponge yet, but this foundation works perfect for all of the skin types that I've just mentioned. It is beautiful. It's non-drying. It feels, it's a matte foundation. It's a matte powder foundation that feels on the skin even lighter and more creamier than an actual creamy foundation. I'm telling you, you can see for yourself how beautiful it covered everything. You can still see the imperfection, but it's actually blurred. You have to really look up close. Everything, it works with a cream, nice light cream concealer. I've used the Kosas one, and it doesn't crease at all. It looks beautiful under cream bronzer, under cream blush, and under powdered highlighter. So I tried to test it out with all type of products, putting them on top, and it actually did not lift the foundation. It didn't move it. It looks stunning, and the longer it sits on the face, it melts into the skin even better, and it perfects the skin. It blurs the skin. It gives it that beautiful canvas. This foundation is probably one of my favorites so far. I was very skeptical. I don't use much powder because I have dry skin and it even cakes up my face more. And I don't use powdered foundations at all, ever. This is my first powder foundation. And I know that I love their concealer, the L'Oreal Age Perfect Concealer, the L'Oreal Age Perfect foundation serum. I just love those products. So that's the only reason why I picked this up, because I love everything else from this brand. And I wanted to see if this actually is what it says it does. And it's truly a creamy, soft texture foundation. It's matte, it's powder, and it's just melts into your skin. Beautiful. Definitely recommend this 100%. So I wanted to bring you guys even up closer, so I'm using my cell phone so you guys can see how beautiful the skin looks with this foundation. Let me turn off this light here. Well, it's getting darker outside, so it's harder to see, but this is what the actual foundation looks like on the face, on the pores. And you can see that it is not drying at all, and it has not settled into any of my fine lines, any of my smile lines. I think it just looks beautiful. So this is kind of an update and more of an up close for you guys to see how this foundation looks on my face. Now, if you have made it up to this point of the video and you want to know what I'm wearing on my eyes, I'm wearing both Huda Beauty palettes. The Huda Beauty Smoky Obsession palette, and I've dipped into this for transition and into this browns in the outer corner and the crease. And I've also dipped into the Huda Beauty Electric Obsession palette, and I've used this electric purple blue right here all over my eyelid and on the bottom lash line. And in the waterline, I'm using the ColourPop gel liner. This is in the shade Prince. It's a beautiful light blue purple gel liner. So that's what I'm wearing on my eyes. And of course, I'm using the Essence Lash Prince mascara. And I don't know, I'm having so much black on my fingers. I think it's from this palette. Those are my final thoughts on this beautiful foundation by L'Oreal. If you did enjoy this video, please comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are. If you own this foundation, if you're gonna pick it up, what you think of it, how you think that the complexion looks with this foundation. And yeah, so if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe down below. It would help my channel out so much. Always remember to be yourself. Have a wonderful day, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Love you guys. Bye.